We're going to first start off with the first question of the interview, and that is, as many people know, you have had the opportunity of becoming starting QB for the O'Gorman Knights. During your senior year this year, what is one good memory you've had with the football team?
I definitely say like over the course of this year, being my senior season, a great memory would definitely be just one of our last practices before our state championship game. We were out in kind of like freezing cold weather, what it seemed like. And we were just listening to music, just having a great time. We knew it was our last practice. One of my teachers told me that there's no better feeling knowing that when you know that it's your last practice, like it's your last like hoorah. So that's definitely one of the memories that's always going to stick with me.
Very awesome, man. So, for the second question, you have been a part of extracurricular activities these past 4 years. Why do you think it's important for upcoming generations to get involved with the school community or their extracurricular activities?
Yeah, so I definitely think it's great for students to be involved in like different things around the school because it really just opens up like who they know. Like it opens up lots of friendships. A lot of my friends came from these extracurricular activities. Being involved is something that talking about your future is what a lot of colleges look for. And so you hear it a lot, but it looks really good on college resumes. But also, it develops a lot of good skills, especially with like volunteering, which I think is very important to do in your community. So yeah.
Very awesome, man. So, if you could describe your football season in one word, what would it be?
Yeah, I've been thinking about this. I definitely would say that if I had to, if it was just one word, I definitely would say like, I don't know, I'd say it was excellent. Like I had a lot of fun. Like it was like my senior year, like obviously it didn't end the way we wanted it to, but just having the opportunity to play with like all those guys I've been playing football with like my whole life, on the playgrounds at like my elementary school, all the way up to like my senior year, it was just excellent. I couldn't have asked for anything better.
Yeah, definitely getting to have those experiences are definitely a really cool thing, and especially getting to live across the state is pretty cool too. So, yeah, definitely. Um, if Sir, you have played the essential role of starting QB. In your own words, how did you lead your team to victory?
Yeah, it was my first year playing quarterback for us, and I'd say that you definitely had being a quarterback, you definitely have to step up and be a leader, and that's one of like the biggest like traits that a quarterback has to have is they have to be able to take control of the team. And I definitely think that helping like just like keep my team the right mindset. We also had a lot of great other senior leaders on the teams who made my job a lot easier. So I definitely say that leading my team every week, making sure they're focused in practice. That was one of the biggest accomplishments that I could do to be a leader and fulfill my role.
Yeah, very interesting because Harrisburg, yeah, they had some pretty good athletes too. So yeah. So the next question is so as you know, the O'Gorman Knights last year had lost it to Harrisburg in the semifinals. How did that loss make your team a better fit for this year's playoffs?
Yeah, so last year, obviously, like you said, we we came up short in the state semifinals, and obviously, no one likes to see their season end that way. And it was just, we all came back. Like we lost a lot of good seniors. Like we lost a lot of people we looked up to. So we knew that as now seniors that we had taken in our own hands. When we first lost to Harrisburg in our regular season game, we knew that we were going to see them again in the state semis. It was basically the exact same scenarios last year, but flipped. So we were just focused on really just like proving everyone wrong because we knew that everyone was favoring the other team, and that we know what happened last year. It left a sour taste in our mouth. We just wanted to. We went out there and we went out there and won and we performed. Harrisburg they had incredible athletes, they had an incredible team, but I think we really just came together as a team. Capitalized in moments where it mattered.
No, yeah, that was definitely a pretty good game, and I also had watched that, so I was really rooting for you guys in that case. So at what
Mm-hmm.
age did you decide to play football at and why?
So yeah, my this is I actually started playing tackle football when I was in second grade. So I started playing when I was really young. My dad, he played football in college for a little bit at SCSU, but he was a coach for most of his life in football, so he wanted to get me into it right away. So he made sure like the second I could fit in those pads that he threw me out in the field out there. So yeah, I started to play football in second grade, and I played flag football before that, but I really never played tackle football at all.
No,
But it
yeah.
was actually a lot of fun. Yeah, I loved going out there. I just kind of got obsessed with it. Watching watching it on the TV and everything. It was a blast, man. I just had to keep sticking with it.
No, yeah, very cool, man. So why do you think it's important to get a good education, and how do you view the benefits in your own personal experiences?
Yeah, I think what a lot of people say that it's definitely education before sports, and I definitely agree with that. That education definitely it's going to carry you really far in your life. Like taking school seriously is definitely important, and really just like applying yourself in school and like going for that better education is definitely like a really important for your future. So I think that education it helps you with sports too, because I mean once you develop the education, you're gonna develop more in your sport as well and your understanding for your sport. So I think education has like it's the base and ground level for everything that you do in your life.
No, yeah, definitely. So what is some good input for future people looking to becoming a quarterback?
I definitely say just almost like just stick to your own craft. You know, I definitely like you need to get to like if you have a trainer or if you just even just in your backyard, like before I even went to like training grounds like Riggs or like Bowers Elite. I used to always just go to my backyard, just throw into my net and just like constantly just reps on reps because my dad would always tell me someone's always getting better than you. So you got to keep that mindset. And I recommend just, you got to be poised for if you want to be a quarterback. You can't just be a hothead. You can't lose your cool. And even sometimes I struggle with that, but you got to really just getting those reps in, especially at a young age, just getting those reps in and that muscle memory.
No, yeah, very interesting. So how has having a positive mindset helped achieve your goals?
So positive mindset is something that going into my senior year, like I really was focused on because you basically how you think is how you're going to play. So if you think you're going to lose, then you're going to play like you're going to lose. So I mean, especially being a quarterback, you can't really in moments where you get down, like even in that Harrisburg semifinal game, like we were down by quite a bit there, and it looked like it was out of reach, but you know, keeping that positive mindset, especially as a quarterback, is like you got to be able to be there for your team and lift them up. Like they look towards you, and if they see you down on the dumps, then they're going to play like that as well. So you got to keep a positive mindset, improve off on everyone else.
No, yeah, I mean that's very good advice in that case. So what is one of your favorite songs for getting pumped up before the game?
So my favorite pump up song, which a lot of my teammates know, is definitely it's a classic. It's "Dreams and Nightmares" by Meek Mill. That's my go to. I mean, we listen to it. Usually either have my AirPods in or like my teammates usually know when to play it, like right before the game. Like they start playing it. I start bop my head. It's got one of the best beat changes of all time. So it's awesome. It always gets me locked in. So yeah, I love that song.
No, yeah, definitely. So what is one game you could replay and why?
Um, See, if I had to replay a game, I'll give you two answers. I definitely it'd either be the Harrisburg semifinal game. That was crazy. I mean, that was awesome. Like the atmosphere there was crazy, and yeah, I mean that was awesome. And then I'd say after that, I mean, I'd love to replay the championship game because I clearly don't think I gave it my best there. We played pretty poorly there, but I think we could have definitely performed better as a team. But those two are games I'd replay, or even like the first game of the season which was our Dakota
Roosevelt.
Bowl. We had a
Oh
game
yeah.
winning pass to my very talented wide receiver Rylan Satter. So that was one of the moments I'll never forget. That was crazy.
No, yeah, you love to see it as well. So, and also that one game against Roosevelt, that one was really spectacular, and the one where you guys won to like 77. So, pretty awesome
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh yeah.
So, let's hear. What was one of the lessons you learned from playing football?
One of the lessons I learned was, I guess I really learned like a good trait of like perseverance and like never giving up. Because there's especially out of Gorman, we have pretty like rigorous like fall camps and summer camps for football. So like we do a lot of sled pushing, and it's really just like you can't give up. Like you have to keep going. Like if you give up, you're just gonna get more work put on you. So I mean, it's really just a lesson of never giving up, and like almost like pain is gain. Like if you're feeling it, like if you're feeling a lot of pain, that means you're doing something right. It means you're improving yourself. So yeah.
No, yeah, definitely. So let's hear. How has having good self-confidence made you a better football player?
So yeah, it's kind of is like similar to my having a positive outlook on it. But yeah, self-confidence, like being a quarterback as well, like it really helped me just like every time I go out there for a new drive, just thinking to myself, like, yeah, I know like I'm gonna complete this pass. I know what play this is gonna be like, and imagine myself doing it. So it's really just like imagine yourself doing the play, and that's really what my self-confidence was. And it helped me get really far in the football season. So I mean, self-confidence is what really helped me put together those long drives, even when people thought like, oh, this could be like a quick 3-and-out. Just I don't know. It just really helps to keep your head up and just prove the haters wrong.
Yeah, definitely. So, what would you say to your graduating class for words of inspiration?
What I would tell them would be I tell them that there's going to be a lot of people out there that are going to doubt you. There's definitely going to be a lot of people out there that aren't going to really like you that much. They're going to think that not even just because you go to a Gorman, but just because you go to any school that like they'll make up those stereotypes. But you just got to go out there. You got to stick to your guns. You got to stick to your craft and just prove them wrong. That's one of the things like during this football season too. That really was one of my mottos, is just prove the doubters wrong. They're all gonna say things about you, but you got to block them out, really block out the haters and just prove them wrong.
Very awesome, man. So, how did you feel about your last season of football?
Like I said, it was. I mean, I couldn't have asked for a better scenario, a better senior class to be with, like better friends to be surrounded with, and just obviously we came up short in that state championship game, but it was still like, man, it was a lot of fun. I mean, I wish I could, if I could go through like another 5,000 practices just to get like one more game with those boys, I really would. It was awesome. I'm at a loss for words for it. It was just so much fun.
No, yeah, and I also do want to thank you, and I also do want to thank you for coming on today. Any final wrap-up statements for the people back at home?
Uh, no, not really. I mean, I'm honored to be on the spotlight with you. Yeah, thank you for having me. Yes.
Yeah, thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you for coming on today. Thank you.